Meanwhile, that other person that they're trying to look better than is pretty much not worried about that.
All right, y'all, you know what time it is, man. It's Shop Invasion, and I'm about to pull up on my boy Anley, man. He's been working on his MC for a little while. If you guys don't know this, your first time tuning in to Road Rage, this is the segment that we do called Shop Invasions. This is a series where we invade big shops, little shops, personal shops, hobby shops, personal garages. If you working on a car out of it, I'm there. If you're in or around the city, I am there. So, you know, Shop Invasion, about to pull up one more Anley. Y'all just stay tuned and let's see what he got going on in his garage. All right, y'all. So, I actually caught him perfect timing. He over here working on that thing.
I don't think you should be fooled.
What's going on?
Let's go, man.
Yo! What's good with you, man?
Oh man, this nigga got the podcast.
Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I knew you was up to something. When you
Yes,
called
sir. What you got going on, man? Wheel swapping. You finally gonna sell me these wheels, man?
Huh?
You finally gonna sell me the wheels?
Going on my car.
Which one?
Oh, man.
Well,
Which one?
You know what? I can't even fit them anymore anyways. Can't even fit them.
I know Mr. Big Boy Brick.
Yeah. Them things the size of my fucking rotors alone.
Huh?
So them wheels the size of my rotors alone. That's what he worked with. Got this MC. Been working on it for a little minute, man. This thing used to actually do its thing. We ain't got all night, man.
I'm looking for what, though?
We ain't got all night, man. He building something over here. I don't know what it is. He building something over here.
4.8.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
4.8.
Hey, he said it's a Pee-wee. It's a 4.8.
4.8.
What y'all think? You gotta stop lying to these people, man. So what we got here, man? What year this bad boy?
88 Monte Carlo Luxury Sport.
88 Monte Carlo LS. See, a lot of people don't know, at least down here in South Florida, they don't really fuck with the SSs like that.
Can't find a luxury sport, so the only option is to go to SS.
The LS is where it's at. Motherfuckers pay an arm and a leg for these things.
That's why this one's still here.
I'm telling you, man.
Sold it and bought it right back.
Cause I see everybody out there. Everybody be on the SSs, man. Like I think this is like purely a Florida thing. These Euro fronts, people going crazy over the Euro fronts, man.
And this is a true LS.
True LS.
This is not a front clip added on.
No clone here.
It's straight LS.
Real LS. Finna drop an LS in the LS, huh?
LS and the LS. That's what the tags on the
That's what I'm talking about, man. Yo, so real quick, you a Chevy guy, right?
What's going on?
You a Chevy guy. I think it's safe to say that.
Uh-huh.
I was just having this conversation with somebody because I'm looking to get a new car. And I think I'm going to Mopar. And everybody.
Let me take a good guess. You want to go join the Hemi Club? Scat Pack.
Well, you got to understand why. I feel like Chevy has been laying down, man. Chevy don't give you any options, right? GM ain't giving no options.
Well,
right?
actually, Chevy is supposed to be come back up. Chevy is working on a production right now where, what was it? You know how when they started with the LSs, and then they went over to, which is like the new LTs or whatever.
Right.
But now, for factory production cars, Chevy, I think, is pretty much trying to mock Ford now, where they're gonna try to do a boosted
V6.
like, boosted V6.
I think it's supposed to be a twin.
Boosted LS.
I think it's the twin turbo V6 is what they've been working on. But I mean, that's one thing to go with the engines. They have the engine. What I'm saying is you don't have options for cars, right? So on the Mopar side, you know, the Hemi world, you have the option to get a coupe, an SUV,
Right.
a sedan,
True.
right? If you're gonna get a daily drive, most people have a vehicle, and if you're a car guy, you not getting just a little pee-wee shit. If you have a family, you got 2-3 kids, you're gonna grab you a Trackhawk or an SRT Jeep, right?
Understood.
With Chevy, your only options are a Camaro and a Corvette. I'm a big ass dude. Those cars are not really the most comfortable for me. You know what I'm saying? I like sedans. So, in my current state, I need a sedan.
So, Charger.
I gotta go with a Charger.
What are we talking?
You see what I'm saying?
Back.
But they options. You see how you saying that? Options. What do you think?
Hellcat wide body.
Nah, I'm not really a fan of the wide body on the look. I ain't really a fan of it.
I don't know. I got my boy, who's actually the president of TCM, Tri-County Mopars. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. It's a pretty big thing down here. He himself has a built scat pack. Right now, I think he's close to 800 horses. He's boosted him with a Pro Charger and I think 2 kits of nitrous. Follow him on Instagram. His name is Boosted to Death. Boosted number 2 to death. And as of right now, it's even proven that he's pretty much been walking everything on the street that's Mopar wise. We're talking about from scat packs itself to Hellcats, modified Hellcats, and he's even walked demons so far.
I believe it. I don't want to go that route, man. But if they had the new Impalas, which they also stopped making, if they had that rear-wheel drive, they had the SS version and a ZL1 version. Imagine if you had that could compete directly with the Charger, right? You got a sedan. Let's say the SS would have came with your standard LS3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With some things done to it.
Well, don't forget,
Or you get a ZL1 edition. You know, that would be their demon direct competitor. You know, you get a blown, supercharged LS3.
Well, actually, ZL1 would compare that to literally close to the
Hellcat.
No. Yeah, the Hellcat.
Yeah.
And as far as the demon, I think the demon would almost configure that with almost the Capo Camaro. I think those two stand like line in line.
But it's like they got rid of first off, they converted the Impalas to front wheel drive, which I don't know why the fuck they did that. Number 2,
but you still have the Caprices.
See, but the Caprices is not a good option for the simple reason that they were only LE, they were only law enforcement. The Caprices were released for, right? They're not mass market, and they're not a direct competitor. Number 2 is the Caprices are still a small sedan. I want a regular size sedan, and the Caprices. No one wants to fucking buy a Caprice for a daily driver. That's what would I say? I would say a Caprice is a 07 Impala. That body style. It's not something up to date. It's not something you can put next to a fucking modern day car in 2020. So, you know what I'm saying? They need to bring back the SS Trailblazers.
Yes. That
can compete with the Trackhawks. Or this dumbass Blazer they just released should have came with a, thank you, with those options. The SS version and Z, if they want to call it Z71 or Z or whatever they wanted. You know what I'm saying? But blown with a supercharger on it. I think that would have made shit a lot interesting, man. A direct competitor. And I could choose. I don't have to give up power or switch sides if I wanted to switch vehicles. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even Ford has the damn Raptor with a Coyote in that motherfucker.
Yeah, Mopar has options. Like when I was at the Turkey Ride, there was a guy who bought the the new Jeeps, which is called the Gladiators, and
Yeah.
he literally drove it off the lot and took it to a nearby performance shop, had them rip out the factory powertrain, and now it is Hellcat power.
Yep. I see a couple of those out there, man. Even the 6x6s. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I heard about the 6x6, but I actually haven't seen it.
I've seen the videos, but they all aftermarket. But I see what you got going on.
It's a little
Little some.
small budget build.
Budget build.
Car's been sitting apart for going on 2-3 years. Had a little small block 305 in it. Had his days, you know, had enough fun with it. Time to amp up the power. Behind me we have a stock, relatively stock, you know, 5.3.
Stock 5.3.
Stock 5.3, and you know, pretty much it's gonna be decent enough for now. And as I'm still on the drawing board, I may grab another motor and build that and drive on this for a while, and then make stupid power on the other motor. But you know, we're gonna at least put something in the vehicle, and you know, at least have something to
Let
drive.
it do what it do.
So nothing better than the fuel injection, you know, feeling. So as you can see, a lot of guys, I see them shortcut their cars, you know, and this is one build I said I wasn't shortcutting, especially the fact that I already said this is not my car anymore; it's my son's.
But you said no cutting corners, but you did say it is a budget build.
It is a budget
So
build.
with you saying that, how do you feel about people who down talk people who ain't going off the frame on their vehicles? You know, especially down here in South Florida, it's like everybody make it seem as if you ain't spending, you know, 50 to 100 grand on these cars or going off the frame, you know, you wasting your time.
Well, honestly, in my opinion, how I see it, I tell people all the time, you know, when I had this small block in here, I've had guys say that I had a race car because I had a 4-inch scoop on the car. That's how I bought it. I had like 3 switches, you know, to start up the car. And it's like, I mean, everybody has their own way of building their car. I mean, you're always gonna have people talk about you and what you do and like how you do it. You know, God's sake, they even talk about Jesus. So that being said, I mean, I've had guys already like talk shit. Oh, your car's never gonna be fast. It'll never be mine. And I go to tell people, you know, let me tell you something. I'm not building a race car. You know, I'm building a car as PE, and what I call it PE is personal enjoyment. I'm building it to my, you know, comfort and my expectations. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as the whole off the frame thing goes, not every vehicle that's being built actually needs to come off the frame. It's your choice if you want to do it or not, and also it all depends on the condition of your car when you got it, or this current condition that it's in, or state that it's in. As far as for me, my car is relatively a very clean body. You know, when I got my car, it had no rust. Starting to get minimal rust in the known areas, and that's because it sat outside for a while. But now that's why I invested my money into getting my own warehouse and actually stay inside a cool, dry place. So, with that being said, yes, off the frame does look very nice. Not everybody can afford doing off the frame. And I mean, like I said, people have different reasons why they're doing their builds.
Looks like you're doing something serious. Yep, it's a race car. I see the switches. It's a race car, man. I see the switches. It's a race car. It's a race car, y'all. You lying to y'all? It's a race car.
Nah, it's no race car.
Man, one more thing, man. So everybody, you know, again, I think it's a South Florida thing. I need these bad boys right here. I think it's a South Florida thing, man. But how you feel about people talking about you ain't got nothing if it ain't a don't. Now this is clearly a G body, right? It's clearly a G body. I own a G body. I personally, though, I really in love with A bodies. Not a big fan of donks, me personally. If I were to get one, it would be a 75, and that's really just it. Unless it was for like a crazy, stupid amount. But I'm not really, you know, a donk guy. I prefer a 72442 or a Chevelle or, you know, something of that sort. Yeah, some real muscle.
Well,
How you feel about that, man? About the G bodies versus donks?
My view of G bodies versus donks, honestly, my opinion, when I was growing up and when I was actually starting to be into cars, you know, G body was the thing that was, you know, popping. That's what was really around. And as I got older, you know, the donk thing started coming around. And now it's like it just pretty much got blown out of proportion, and everybody figures if you don't have a donk nowadays, then you pretty much don't have nothing. Not everybody's gonna like the donk, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like having a Chevelle. Not everybody wants a Chevelle. Somebody might like a Nova. Still American muscle. You know what I'm saying? You can still do almost the same thing. I mean, you can LS swap a Nova, you can LS swap a donk. Said not everybody can, you know, kick out the bread money to get a donk. Don't get it twisted. Donks, they are a headache. They are a money pit, just like all these cars. Everybody makes it seem like that's the best thing to have. Regardless how you look at it, any car that you build, no matter how much money you put in it, you're never gonna get it back out. You know what I'm saying? You get a fraction of it. So regardless of if you ask me, I think we're all equal in all our cars that we have in all our builds. There is some nice G bodies that are done well. I mean, there is some nice A bodies. There's some nice B bodies. I mean, like I said, it's to each its own. You don't have to have a donk. Personally, I got, you know, a buddy of mine, all about autos. He pretty much says if you're 35 and over, you should be in a donk. In his opinion, see, like I said, we all have different views, and which I kind of agree with him on that. I mean, it's like it's almost like a step that you've elevated. You know what I'm saying? You went through the little G body series, the B body series. I mean, B bodies is pretty much a grown folk. You know, donks pretty much grown folk also, and like I said, G body is like one of the steps to get you towards it.
So you saying the G bodies is for the wild boys, and then when you
know,
you get old and ain't living like that no more, you just want to ride and cruise, you jump in that.
Only thing other than that, if you have a G body, then it's a race car. Then you know that's an exception. But as like a drop show car, you know, everybody pursuing on, you know, having a donk. Now, don't get me wrong, I know one or two people right now who actually own a G body and a donk. So, you know, there's it can go like, you know, different couple ways. You know, you can still hold on to your G body and build you a donk. And next thing you know, your wife's driving a G body and then you're driving a donk. You know what I'm saying? So that whole donk thing, it's not as, you know, really important as they make it seem. Like I said, not everybody can afford a donk. I technically like to tell people, stay in your lane. You know, there's one guy I know, he's always, you know, makes jokes about my car. I'm like, I really don't care. I tell him, you know, me and you, we do two different things. You know, we have two different work ethics. You know, we have two different ways we get money. So with that being said, I tell him all the time, I said, you do what you want. I do what I can. So with that being said, there is a lot of guys out there, no shade, no offense to anybody, but I see it all the time. I see guys go to building their cars and they try to go out of their boundaries to compete and look better than somebody else. Meanwhile, that other person that they're trying to look better than is pretty much not worried about that person, and they pretty much build their car up to their specifications. And so now you're trying to compete with somebody that's pretty much paying you no mind and didn't even know that, you know, you're trying to compete with them. Like I said, just do you. Be yourself. Build your car for you. Enjoy your car. No need for competition. You know, it's a beautiful thing when all these cars come together and, you know, go for a ride. You know, have fun. You know, so that's about it. Guys, stay tuned. Teal Lux is coming out soon to play.
Yeah, man. So, man, y'all just stay tuned. As always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Shout out to my boy Ellie, man. Boy, that man, so what you call it? Teal Ray?
Teal Lux.
Teal Lux.
Teal, and it's a luxury sport.
Okay, that Teal Lux. Y'all know it's that LS. That LSMC is coming out to play soon, man. That thing do look good, man. I can't wait to see it finish, man. So y'all go ahead and hit the like button for a real luxury sport. This ain't no clone. And stay tuned.
Shout out to Road Rage. Shout out to the South Florida Outlaws. Shout out to all of our autos. Everybody has, you know, their hands on the bill. It's been a journey.